Hey there, YouTubers. Dan Strong with Excel VBA is Fun. Welcome back. In this lesson today, we've got a guy named Alan who has asked for a little bit of help, and he's got a program that he's doing some web scraping for his simulated baseball program called Franchise Ball. You can Google that and find it. Anyway, he's found some examples of some sample data here. Got like the player's web link based on the player number and their salary on the simulated baseball teams or whatever they own. So a lot of people have a lot of salary. I don't really know what all goes into it, but nonetheless, the gist of it is that he'd like to be able to get that information on this nice, beautiful user form that he created. It's right here, and I'm going to probably zoom in on that once we get into position. But so he's got player information basically. What he'd like to do, and he's mapped out what he'd like, but I'm going to show you how to do it, is basically whatever's in the associated column, he wants it to show up in this. And I'm not going to do the whole thing in front of you. That would take forever. But I'm going to show you, Alan, and I'm going to show you there at home kind of how to get started on a project like this. Basically, he's going to do a lookup based on the names, and the names are already populated, so he already knew how to populate this combo box. And the position, I don't think that's actually going to be selected by the position's not going to be selected by the user, so I'm not sure why that's a drop down, but it's okay. What I've checked is that all the names are unique in this sample. So that being said, there's not going to be an instance like for the top one, Chase. This individual, there's not going to be an instance where you click on Chase and there's more than one of these. So whatever Chase has, Chase is always going to be position SS. So it's not like you click on 2B and another instance of Chase Lennon will populate. No, there's only one Chase Lennon. So it's not like you can really change this and it's going to change your stats. Chase Lennon is it's the unique identifier basically that will help us to get what we want. So that being said, the first part of this and the hardest part is really just using the name here. And whenever this is changed, like I just changed it, we trigger a click or a change event. And as soon as it's changed, it takes the name that's the current value and it goes through column C and basically goes, hey, are you Marcel? Are you Marcel? Are you Marcel? And it stops right here at row 5 and says, yeah, you're Marcel. So, and then we'll identify that 5 is the row that we want to concentrate on, and all the other stuff is gravy. So this is extremely simple once you kind of know the formula of kind of looping through some things. So we're going to use this and double click on the combo box. In fact, I'm going to give it a more palatable name here. Let's go back to our sample user form here that he's created, and we will go down here to the properties window, and we've got this selected. So now we're going to rename it. I'm going to say CMB player. So that we're going to select the player, so I'm calling it combo box player, CMB player. Okay, so when I double click on that, our private procedure is called CMB player underscore change, and anytime that's changed, it will trigger this. So the first step in our macro is to loop through worksheet and find current player. So first things first, we're going to say, let's see, we're going to declare the worksheet as a worksheet, and we're going to use WS as our abbreviation for our one that we're using. And set WS equals to this workbook dot sheets. This sheet is called Franchise Ball. I don't care about the capitalization really. Then we're going to get the last row for our current worksheet, so we're going to make that equal to ws.cells rows.count, comma 1.end using Excel up dot row. Big mouthful. You guys know the routine if you've seen my videos. Look up the one called last row. Do a search on my channel for last row, or next row, and you'll learn exactly how and why you need to memorize that. And it will be very extremely useful to you. And then we're going to do our for next loop. So we're going to have for x is going to be 2. X is going to be 2 until WSLR. So for x is 2 to for x equals 2 to WSLR next x. So, and then tab in there. So we got an indented area here for our actual code in this loop. So basically what we're saying is, this is the last row on the page, and our loop starts here. It's going to say, so x is our variable. It's going to change all the time. It's going to be 2 all the way to whatever the last row is. So starting here and going all the way down, one at a time. Okay, so we need to analyze column C, otherwise known as the third column, right? So if WS is the worksheet, ws.cells, cells is the method in which we get the row or row in the column kind of latitude and longitude, if you will. So we're going to use row X, which is looping 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way to whatever. So if row X column 3, here's column 3. So if whatever row we're on and column 3 is equal to, I'm not going to use an exact one. I'm going to use me.cmbPlayer. Remember, this is the name of the player. And me represents the user form called sample. But anyway, so if column 3 of the current row is equal to, in this case, Chase Lennon. Chase Lennon is going to be the one on me.cmbPlayer. It's whatever we click on is what it is. So if that's true, then enter and indent using tab. Then get stats and do the blah blah blah, do all the stuff, and exit the sub at the end. End if. So that way it's not continually looping to the end. Anyway, let's go ahead and F8 through some. Oh my, whoops. Okay, so let's click on the second entry down, which is Alonzo Douglas. Click there. Alright, let's do... Okay, so the worksheet is that. The last row is 701, so there's 701 entries here. For x is going to be equal to from 2 all the way to 701. And the very first one that we're using is row 2. As we said, x is 2. Column 3, and that equals Chase Lennon. Is that equal to me.cmbPlayer? Is that equal to the combo box? No. So it's going to go to the next x. How about this one? Alonzo Douglas. That's on row 3, column 3. Yes, that is correct. So in that event, it will stop right here and start processing this stats thing. So very quickly, let's just run through how we're going to do this. The age looks like comes from column F, H, I, and G. So let's move this down a little bit to get started. Let's see. So, okay, the next thing that we need to do, I'll put a stop marker so we can rush to that point here, but let's get back to the user form for a second. This one is text box 172. I'm going to call it TB age. And this one, I'm going to click on and hit F4, and I'm going to name it TB FTV. I don't know what that means, but that's what it says there. Click here, F4. TB, as in text box, years. F4, TB Sal. And I don't know what all these are, but it's column J, K, and L. Whatever. TB Sal 1. TB Sal 2. Click F4 TB Sal 3. That's good enough for now. So yeah, let's have this one go ahead and be populated. Double click on our click event here, and we're going to say, let's run it. Let's click here, and we'll go to Alonso again, and here we are. right where we need to be. I'm going to scooch this down. I know I'm doing a lot of moving. It's kind of crazy. But I got to resize this, in fact, so I can fit it all. Let's scooch this down. There we go. So we have the age, so that's me.tbage equals, so we're going to fill in that text box with the age, equals ws.cells, and we're using row X, the current row that we're on at the moment, comma, and the column is, we say column F. Okay, so you can do one of two things. You can say A, B, C, D, E, F, so 6, column 6, which would work, and the value is 32 is his age. Anyway, the easiest thing to do, if somebody's already mapped out that this is column F, then you just put F in quotes, okay? And it'll do the same thing for you. It'll look it up. So that's what we're going to use for now. Let's scooch this over a little bit here. So me.tbftv. Did I do it wrong? TFV? Oh, well, whatever. Fix it if you want to, Alan. For the time being, we're just going to copy and paste a whole bunch of stuff. This is going to be column H. It does not have to be a capital H. No, it sure doesn't. And let's copy and paste that a little bit here. Okay. So me.tb years equals this using column I. Me.tb sal equals this using G. Me.tbsal1 equals this using column J, K, and L. Okay, that's easy. J, K, and L. I'm going to copy and paste a little bit because it's all about the same from here. J, K, and L. So be salary 2. Salary 3 is J, K, L. Let's go there. Let's just see what happens. Okay, so Alonso, yes, finally we got a match. So TBH is going to be filled in with the number 34. So there it is. This one's going to be 9, and this is going to be 9. This is going to be $300,000. Let's do this. Dollar? I don't think that'll work. I think we need to do application.worksheet function.dollar and comma 2 decimal places. Let's go back one step right here and make that $1. So 300,000 has the dollars and the commas and the, yeah. So this is going to be Alpha Ruby. It's going to be North. It's going to be Las Vegas jackpots right here and here and here. Then you see etc. So that's pretty much how it works. I'll do a few more and you can stop watching if you feel like it, but I'll do a few more. I'm going to go ahead and reset the user form right now. And in a minute we'll show you what that looks like when you just really quickly scroll through, because Excel it's a champ, man. It'll keep up. So let's go ahead and do what we were doing a second ago. Let's hit F5 and let's change the player to Trevor Champagne. And then we'll oh, whoops, this is what we needed to do. We need to name these. So I don't have any idea what this is. I think he said in the email that this is like year 1 and year 2 and year 3. So we could just go there. We could just say TBYR1AB. This is the longest thing is labeling these suckers, but believe me, it's very well worth it to label them correctly, because you got an insane amount of label or text boxes and stuff. If they're mislabeled and you're looking at the code and you don't have a chance to look at the pictures and pinpoint it, boy, it's insane. You're just not going to do well with that. So, yeah. So I'll go ahead and do this whole first row here. TB year 1 average. In fact, I'm going to copy and paste TB year 1. F4, paste, RBI, F4, paste, SLG, click F4 paste to B, and F4 paste 3B, F4 paste HR, and F4 paste and CBB. Alright, so we got year 1 BB, year 1 HR, all that good stuff. Just double check everything. Yep, looks good. So that's pretty much how we're doing this. Same thing over here. You can do whatever you want with that. Just label everything, and then once you got the current row that you need, reference the heck out of everything. I'm going to go back in there and I'm going to show you. But I'm sure a lot of you already know where I'm going with this, so... Okay, so let's choose somebody here. Let's do Alonso again. Alright, blah, 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 blah. That is Alonso. Perfect. So now we're just going to kind of add a little bit. Don't forget to save. Click Save, right? If you don't save and you do something wrong, guess what? Gone. So don't forget to save. Next thing is, alright, so me.tb. Oh, yeah. TB year 1. AB. What the heck? Oh, here it is. Year 1 AB equals ws.cells x comma. I guess he said that's coming from column AZ. It's right there. So. Yeah, I'm going to be lazy and copy and paste some stuff here. Oops. Alright, let's see what's going on here. See if this is any quicker. Year 1 hits. It should auto-capitalize where needed whenever I click away. So that tells me I did a good variable. Or I mean, it did a good text box or something. If it wasn't, if it stayed lowercase, I would question it. Because I usually capitalize stuff. So then, that's coming from column BA. AVG is coming from, it doesn't say, so I'm going to leave it, well, what the heck? Ugh. Alright, well, he didn't label all these, so let's just go to BB, and let's just do that one. I don't know what this one, I'm going to comment out that one, leave it up for interpretation. Comment out these ones, and we'll just do BB right here. BB is equal to whatever the column BH is on. Comment out this one. Anyway, let's take a look at that. I'm gonna undo all this. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna go through all the things here. Boom, boom, boom. $sign for the 300,000. North Las Vegas jackpot 248. 62 hits. And over here we see 8 BB, whatever the heck. And then it exits the sub immediately. That way it's not looping, searching for another instance of Alonso because it's a unique name. So exit the sub and that's it. So let's go ahead and do this again. Let's do it without worrying about debugging through. Let's just do it fast. Okay? So boom. Oh, whoops. Let's hit F5. Now, from now on. So if I clear that out, just so we can see what's actually going on here, we can skip around and show you how fast and how cool that is. This will be pretty much instantaneous once Excel knows exactly what to do. So let's change this guy to Marcel Harlan, and boom, everything changes. This. So I'm going to hit the down arrow now. Up arrow, down, down, down. So I'll click away, down, 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 down. Hitting up a bunch. There's Alonso again. So Chase Lennon, Alonso, Marcel. Anyway, you can hold the down button and kind of go where you want. But all this crap will fill up instantly if you kind of follow the pattern that I've just set there. And you can do a selection. You can type. I'm going to type the letter A-L-O. There it is. How about Marcel? M-A-O. See, as soon as I start typing and it changes, as soon as it changes, it'll trigger a change event, and boom, everything's populated. So let's backspace, backspace. No change event triggered. A. Is there an AB? Abdullah. Okay, yeah, yeah. AL for Alonso. ALO. And it changes. That's a change event. Very cool. Combo boxes are really fun. So thank you for watching and God bless.